for Fan Formula on the 19th of February. Question 1. Now that the drivers' race seats have been confirmed, which inter-team battle are you most looking forward to watching develop and why? I'm interested in seeing what the Williams battle will be like, because Bruno and Pastor raced in GP2 together, and Bruno's been out of GP2 longer than Pastor, so they might have a little bit of a battle there. Be interesting to see how the McLaren battle goes this year, because Lewis doesn't do well when people are beating him. And we'll have to see what Ferrari do. So Williams, Ferrari and McLaren are the ones I'm really interested in. Question 2. 2011 saw the introduction of DRS, RFA, NCIS, whatever you want to call it. Well, not NCIS because that's something different and much better. And also the return of KERS, both of which contribute to increasing overtakes in several races. However, with the drivers now having experience with the innovations, do you think they'll play into the racing so much this year? The DRS, RFA, whatever you call it, I sometimes refer to it as NCIS because I'm not entirely sold on it. I think DRS, that'll depend on who has the most effective system. I'm not entirely sure, 100% sure on the DRS, because that depends on the track, really. I'll be interested to see what the Williams KERS is like, because apparently they're building their own. I heard on the Flying Lap that Williams have built their own KERS for the Renault engine. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes against the Renault KERS. And McLaren and Mercedes have the best KERS as well. In the racing, I don't know, because you might see people using it all up off the line like Fernando Alonso did a couple of times and make fantastic starts, or you might see people just holding back thinking, well, what's the point, really? Sort of go on the DRS and go on the KERS at the same time, go for the maximum power. Question 3. With 2 races potentially in doubt, do you think that either Austin or Bahrain will go ahead this year? Well, Bahrain, if it's still politically bad, is a no-go. Just don't. Do not go. As for Austin, I heard on Rooster Teeth podcast I was listening to, for those people who don't know who Rooster Teeth are, they're people who make machinima. They've got a very successful series called Red vs Blue. They have a podcast which used to be called the Drunk Tank podcast, but it's now the Rooster Teeth podcast. They just talk about anything. And they covered this, and then their leader, their boss, Bernie Burns, he doesn't seem very fond of the idea of a race in Austin, so it might not be that the track, might not be a question that the track isn't ready. It might just be people of Austin do not want the track. Because the flip side is, by the sound of things, well, one, Bernie called it Indy, and Indy and Formula 1 are 2 different things, let's get that straight. Whereas on the flip side, they had a guy in there called Joel Heyman. He quite liked the idea of having the race in Austin. But if you sort of look at Bernie, sort of not fussed, and you look at Joel's like, yeah, we'll take it. If the people of Austin do not want the race, if it is the case that people of Austin do not want the race, then they can't sort of force it on them. However, some people might enjoy having the race. Some of the local businesses, like the hotels, will want the race. Locals won't want. Some of the locals won't want it because it'll make life hell trying to get around. And I'm not sure what the Rooster Teeth, the whole company of Rooster Teeth, I'm not sure what their take on the whole thing is, but that's just sort of the split opinion there. The bonus question: which driver would you like to see win the World Drivers' Championship this year? And which constructor do you think has the edge to top the tables for the World Constructors' Championship title? In a daydream world, because I'm a Williams guy, I would love one of the Williams drivers to win. However, until we get to the first race, we can't make any. I don't think the Williams car is going to be good enough for a win. It'll be, if it wins, it'll be in sort of a Spa 1998 conditions after people crashed out, etc. But a win's a win, at the end of the day. Realistically, I think, well, I would love to see Jenson Button win the championship, because he was just sublime last year in the McLaren. As for the constructors, it's going to be hard for Red Bull to do the triple, and at the moment it sounds like they're not very confident in their package. Maybe not confident, I think they're just nervous that they haven't got the walkover advantage like they once had, and if they don't, then that will make for much more entertaining racing. McLaren will be desperate to get the Drivers' Championship this year. That's if they can get Jenson and Lewis to work together. Realistically, in a daydream world, I'd like to see one of the Williams guys win the championship and the Williams team win the championship. Realistically, I would like to see Jenson Button win the Drivers' Championship, and I'd like to see McLaren win the Constructors. And that's the end of this. On the Storm Space Productions front, I had wanted to get a video out a couple of weeks ago, and the person who was going to do some of the voicing wouldn't. It's not a case that he wouldn't. I kept saying, when are you free to do this? When are you free to do some voicing? And it was just, maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. Okay, fine. I set aside time on Tuesday or Thursday, and you know, it just doesn't come to help. If people want to help me do some voicing, you basically, the video I want to make, if any of the Fan Formula people want to be in on it, fine by me. Or if any, well, I'll have to talk to you first, so I know who I'm dealing with. But basically, you just get to make a load of height jokes, and you just basically get to be a bit crackers. Think, for the people who like Red versus Blue, think a little bit like Sarge from Red versus Blue. Well, obviously, Sarge is Sarge, but think like that. And I still need 2 females for voices on the other Machinima project I'm working on, and possibly another male voice. Again, because the guy who's meant to be helping me do this voice on the video I've just asked for voices for, he's meant to do voicing on this other Machinima project, the Where's My Liberty project, and he doesn't seem asked. He'll help me film when it suits him, when he feels it's appropriate for himself to help. So 2 female voices. Again, if the people of Fan Formula want to, you know, get a little bit of fame, possibly some money. Like I say, I can't pay, but if it makes a lot of money, or if it sort of clears a couple of $100 quid, then of course I'll give you some money for it, because you know, I can film it, I can write the scripts for it, but at the end of the day, it's how that person interprets it. Anyway, that's the end of this. If you follow it at StormSpaceProd on Twitter for StormSpace Productions. That feed doesn't get very much at the moment. I don't tweet very much, or if you want to follow me, it's CWhite90999. And if you want to message me on there, drop me a tweet, drop me a direct message about doing some voicing, you know, feel free, or message me on here. But please, you know, if you wanting to know the time frame I'm looking for Where's My Liberty, at the moment it might not be out until the end of April. We might not be getting the first episodes out until then. So, you know, that's the sort of time frame I'm working on. April, May is when I want to start getting episode 1 out, and I don't believe I need a female in it until about episode 2 or 3. But I want to have everything recorded, so it's just a question of uploading. Anyway, thanks for this. I've rambled on enough.